Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala ashraf rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
We hear Adhan every day in our life, every day 5 times. And this sound is very familiar to all of us. Yet, do we really think about the meaning of its phrases? Listen to the Adhan attentively. There is a great reminder to all of us in Adhan, a reminder of significance on every aspect of our lives. The first phrase of Adhan, Allahu Akbar, repeated 4 times, means Allah the Almighty Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is great, incomparably great. This belief that Allah is unique is fundamental to the creed of Islam. Faith in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and that He is unique in His attributes, in His actions, in His names is core to Iman, to the faith. To this we bear witness in the next phrase of Adhan, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah means I bear witness that no deity deserves worship other than Allah. Remember, we are asked to listen to Adhan attentively. Besides, we are asked to repeat the words of Adhan after the person who calls to the prayer with the mu'adhin. The first 2 phrases of Adhan also reminds us that we humans and all the wonderful things that we have with the help of science and technology and even our egos are of no point, no significance unless we subside them all to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The next phrase of Adhan is Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah.
Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah.
Here comes a question. How is it possible for us to believe in metaphysical God, non-physical God, His names and His attributes? This phrase, Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah, in fact answers this question. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, we bear witness that he is messenger of the Allah. Allah's messengers, they translate the spiritual reality, the metaphysical reality, what is beyond the physical world, into our language, a language that we understand, that we speak, and that we know with each other. That is why the missions of prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes relevant. And faith in prophet is mandated to be witnessed by each and every Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, is known with the illuminated knowledge that is revealed to holy prophets. Holy prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they teach us these illuminated truths, which are unreachable by our pure intellect. And we acknowledge that the missions of prophets are very significant to us when we declare Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. These two phrases, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah and Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah, are pronounced if a person enters to the fold of Islam wholeheartedly being a Muslim. Let's now discuss the next phrase of Adhan, that is Hayya ala Salah. That means hurry up to Salah, to the prayer.
حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة.
We are obliged to pray 5 times daily. Prayer is how we translate our faith into action. The first part of Adhan is about the faith, and we are translating the faith into action through prayer. But we don't stop just there. Listen to the next phrase of Adhan, how beautiful it is. Hayya alal falah. Hurry up to triumph.
حي على الفلاح حي على
Hayya ala salah, hayya ala salah, hurry up to prayer, hurry up to prayer. Hayya ala al falah, hayya ala al falah, hurry up to triumph, hurry up to triumph. The indelible and unflinching faith in Allah nurtures in us a submissive, a subjective pole in each of us, a unique worldview of the reality which govern all our actions, all our endeavors on earth. This worldview helps us to decide on who are we, why we were created, what is our destiny, what are our duties, what we are destined for. We start with prayers, but we don't stop there. Not just that, we are destined to strive for all-inclusive success with personal and collective efforts at the intellectual, spiritual, and mundane spheres, all areas, to strive for the service of humanity for sake of Allah, the Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are not to be overwhelmed by the beauty and worldly successes, but we should turn our every effort as worship of ibadah or ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Through this worship, we serve humans, the creatures of Allah. That is, Hayya alal falah. Hurry up to success. All the science and all the technology that we do are indeed for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The last two phrases of Adhan reminds us to this foundation of all our endeavors. That is, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allah is great, Allah is great. La ilaha illallah, no deity deserves worship other than Allah. Reminder once again towards the end of Adhan. Note the significance of Adhan to our life. Adhan is recited in the right ear of a newborn. That is, a child is reminded of the ultimate cause and aims of his life, of his being. Follow through the phrases of Adhan in sequence. We are reminded 5 times every day of our philosophy, the Muslim philosophy, our philosophy of our life, philosophy of our education. The Muslim education is well summarized in Adhan. In unflinching faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the absolute truth, the holy prophet, the books, etc. Adhan reminds us that the transcendental realities are not to be separated by the physical world. Adhan also reminds us that we are not to be bound by the limits of metaphysical, not to use our ratio and our physical capabilities. We are to enliven the absolute truth through both prayers and striving for the success, using all the faculties that we are endowed with, the spiritual, the rational, the sensual, the physical. Yet, not unmindful that Allah, the Magnificent, of and none other than Him deserves worship. That's why Adhan is simplified version of our philosophy. Let's be mindful of this great reminder every time we hear Adhan. May Allah give us the tawfiq wa billahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.